Weekly vlog number 22. You can see it's brighter now. Yeah, let me show you real quick. I'm going to start this off by showing without the brightness. So I'm going to turn the lights off really quick with that switch because I got a new light up top. I still got the other light on that's above my monitors, but I got one right above my head right now too, so that's kind of cool. So let me go ahead and shut the lights off real quick. So this is what it's like without the lights on, which obviously isn't going to really matter, but I want to show how much brighter it is with them on, because it's a lot brighter with them on, and I keep looking away from the mic a little too much, because when I do this, it gets a lot quieter than when I'm looking straight ahead at the camera or something, and when I look directly at it, it's obviously also another big difference. Why am I rambling on about my damn mic? Let me go ahead and turn the lights back on. So the lights are back on. Yay. Obviously, you can see it. I don't know why I have to say, but anyways, I actually can't believe how short this week felt. A little bit weird. I got way distracted with Morrowind. I was just playing Morrowind constantly on my laptop, which is kind of messed up. Morrowind actually never runs all that great on any computer I've had. On my last computer, I was lucky if Morrowind ran at 80 frames a second or something. I'm not sure why it was like that. It was in windowed mode, obviously, so just one of my 5870s was working on it. Although I don't think it actually even has support for multiple graphics cards because it's an old-ass game, but the laptop was actually running it just fine. It's running between, I guess, 30 to 60 frames a second, actually. And there's a few areas, mostly the big cities, and my dog's scratching back there, so I don't think you can hear it, but if you do, then yay, scratching. So mostly the areas where it's the big cities, frame rate would drop down to the 20 area, but most of the time it'll just be 30 to 60. Again, laptop, it's just really hit and miss whether a game will work on it or not. I can play Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. I even just tested out Assassin's Creed, the first Assassin's Creed, which runs like shit no matter what computer it's on, because all Assassin's Creed games just kind of run like shit on computer. But even that, with low settings and everything, I was still getting 20 to 30 frames a second, so that's not too bad. So the first of the only two things that actually happened this week, other than the light, I guess that really three things, but I'm not really counting the lights, because I kind of mentioned that last week anyways. My younger brother's wife actually bought a new laptop, so as soon as I'm actually awake during the day again, she'll be bringing that by, and I'll be looking at it, removing all the crap off of it she doesn't need, getting it set up and checking it out and everything. I'm actually kind of surprised the price she got for it. It seemed kind of decent from the specifications I saw of it online. She paid $600 for it. Obviously, it's almost double the cost of mine, which is fine. She just needed it, and I don't really need mine to be future-proofed or anything, because all I'm going to be using it for is recording my audio like I am now. But I was looking up some for her, and most of them were just crap. The only ones that were half decent had an APU. So I kept just looking through the ones that had APUs, and even then, they just had some pretty bad specs, which kind of sucked. But she got lucky and actually found one $600. It was on sale from $700 down to $600, so whatever. And it actually had an A10 APU. It was actually the A10 8700P APU, so whatever. And that actually should have worked really good. The APU in my laptop is only an A8 6410, I think. Pretty sure that's what it is. I don't feel like checking, but I'm pretty sure it's an A8 6410 in mine. So the A10 that she has in hers should be a lot faster than what's in mine. And on top of that, where all the other laptops I kept finding when I was looking around online, before she found that, just several hours after searching, she finally found that one and was like, oh yeah, that's actually pretty decent. All of them had either 4, 6, or 8 gig RAM, and the one she found actually has 12 gig. And of course, a lot of the laptops we looked through ended up having solid state drives, which is kind of retarded. Either 32, 64, or 128 gig hard drive space on solid state, when you could easily just swap it out for a 500 or 1 terabyte regular hard drive. The one she got actually has a 1 terabyte hard drive too. So as for the other thing that actually happened, I got tired of Windows trying to automatically install, actually. It was trying to automatically force install Windows 10. So I got a little pissed off. I looked online, people are saying, oh, just uninstall this update and just reinstall it whenever you want to actually return to upgrading to Windows 10. And I tried that, didn't do shit. So I was like, okay, you know what, fuck this. Open Process Explorer. I found the damn upgrade app in the background processes, checked properties of it, found the location of the file in the folder on the computer, tried to remove it from the folder, couldn't do that. I tried to check and set full control, couldn't do that either, because ownership was set to trusted installer, and it had full control. I didn't have full control, so I was like, okay, this is retarded. So instead, I removed it from ownership, gave myself ownership, gave myself full control, moved the damn file. Moving that ended up making it so the app wouldn't launch when I turned the computer on, which is cool, but it still kept trying to install through Windows Update. update. So there was another file in that same exact location with pretty much the same name. The app file is GWX. That's the file name of it, is GWX. So basically get Windows 10. And when I moved that, the app wouldn't start up, but Windows was still trying to upgrade to it through Windows Update system. So the other one, I figured, okay, well, this is pretty much the same name, pretty much the same icon, it's in the same location. This is probably the right one. So what I did is try to remove that. I had to change ownership of it. So I changed ownership, did the same shit that I did with the first one to remove the app from starting up. Then after I did that, I moved it, restart the computer, and it worked. It didn't try and update anymore, so I set my laptop to not actually update automatically, and I set my gaming computer not update automatically. I don't know why the fuck Microsoft says you have options, you can choose when you want to install, when that's a complete fucking lie, because I let my laptop go through the download. I tried unclicking it from the Windows Update. I even set Windows to ask me before installing everything, and I even had it set to not install anything, not even check for updates, but it still kept doing it automatically. Fucking pissed me off. So Microsoft, you guys are pieces of shit liars trying to shove that shit down my throat. I don't want it first fucking day. I'm waiting a few months. I'm doing the smart thing. I'm waiting until there's actually people saying, oh yeah, all the problems with it, which there are still problems going on because it's obviously new. You shouldn't have actually released it yet because you had it out in beta and there are still issues from it in beta, but you should have given us options, actually allow us to choose when we want to install and when we don't want to install, and just allow it to download or to not download. So because it kept downloading, then I actually let it download completely, and then I checked to see, hey, maybe there's a way to make it so it doesn't install automatically, even though I couldn't actually stop it from downloading no matter what the fuck I did, unless I actually went in, waited for it to check for the shit, and then actually click stop download, then wait for it to actually stop, take 5-10 minutes for that entire process from the point I turned the computer on, just to make sure it doesn't download and install. So after it downloads, it's like, okay, maybe they're going to give an option. They say you can install whenever you want, but obviously you can't. I even canceled my reservation for the thing. I don't know why the fuck you have to have the reservation when you can apparently just install whenever the hell you want if you don't use that reservation. But I canceled the reservation hoping that it would stop that download from happening, which obviously didn't happen because I had to move the damn files. But after it downloaded, I was like, okay, I'll just wait a sec. Is it going to install? Looked at it, started installing. I was like, fuck you. I clicked stop. Then I tried looking for ways to make it actually stop doing that. So my solution actually worked. And Microsoft, fuck you. Fuck you, because you shouldn't be shoving shit down our throats. I mean, look at what Google did with Google Plus. I mean, people hated doing that. Of course, everyone's saying, oh, Windows 10 is great, Windows 10 is awesome, but there's also news saying, okay, there's some bugs with Windows 10 where it's not working. Oh, and you're turning our computers into torrent systems, basically, by making it so Windows updates are shared between people's computers instead of actually using directly from your server. But if you disable that, oh, then it disables, I've heard, Cortana and a lot of other crap. You can't search your computer or some shit, I don't know. So there's issues right there which need to be fixed before I ever even decide to upgrade in Windows 10, because I will not turn my computer into a fucking torrent for other people to download. I don't give a fuck if it makes it faster or easier. It's software people have to pay for. Of course, it's free for the first year if you own Windows 7 or Windows 8. I'm not sure if it actually works for new systems that don't have Windows 7 or Windows 8. It might. I don't really know though. But for the people who pay the $120 for the home version or $200 for the Pro version, I mean, seriously, you're not going to give the fucking proper server upgrade support. You're going to make it so people's computers take and load. Shouldn't the price of the Windows operating system actually be lower because you're turning people's computers into your servers basically to share information to actually update faster and everything? I mean, I know there's a lot of people who would probably defend that and say, oh, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I say it's a bad thing because one, internet service in this country, United States, and other countries across the world, still shit. I mean, there's internet service providers just greedy as fuck. They're too goddamn stupid to realize that if they actually upgraded the infrastructure, they could save a lot more fucking money than sticking to the goddamn copper wire that they're on. If you get fiber optic, then it's not a huge deal. But there's also the issue of fucking network usage limits. So, oh, 20 gig a month. Oh, what's so much? Oh, except it's shit. It's 20 gig or whatever fucking limit per month. It shouldn't exist. I mean, why the hell is there that limit anyways? But still, at the same time, even if those problems didn't exist, I don't like the idea of my computer sharing information with other people's computers, or even having that back door open to allow other people to possibly intrude upon my computer. There's also the issue of privacy, because I saw online that Windows has this little thing where if you agree to use Windows 10, then you basically say, okay, you can let them spy on your email, code, what you type, music you have, data, everything on your computer. They're given full permission to Microsoft to look at it, use that data however the fuck they want. And until privacy issue is changed, as I mentioned, and changing it so it's not a fucking torrent, and it shouldn't actually be torrent by default, that should be disabled by default. You should say, hey, if you want to have this enabled, go ahead and enable it, maybe speed things up a little bit, but damn, we're not going to force it on you. So until those are fixed, I'm not upgrading to Windows 10. Another reason I'm not upgrading to Windows 10 is because I need to make sure everything I'm using works on Windows 10. Eventually, yeah, 3-6 months, maybe it should be fine for me to upgrade to it, but I don't know. At this rate, I'm mostly waiting for the privacy issue and the damn torrent shit to be fixed, because without those, geez, what the hell? That's just retarded. I will not support something that intrudes upon your privacy, sells it, or collects data on you to do shit that you shouldn't be doing. And I also won't support something that turns your system into a torrent, basically giving a backdoor open for intrusion and just information to be stolen or looked at or anything. I won't support that kind of behavior on anything. It's not right. I don't know why the hell you thought it was a good idea. It was stupid. Change it. Now, if anyone actually wants to learn how to move these files, you can actually replace them back in the folder and still get that free upgrade to Windows 10 whenever you want. I have them on my desktop right now, and I have a link to the location on my computer where they're actually supposed to go. I'll actually show that in the video. Obviously, you've already seen it or you're seeing it now. I don't know how I'm going to edit this together yet, but it's very simple to do, and all you have to do is just restart your computer. As soon as you get that stuff moved, just restart your computer. You don't have to worry about it if you don't want to upgrade to Windows 10 yet. And yeah, before Windows 10 released, I was looking at all the information about the beta and everything. I was like, okay, this looks pretty promising. This looks really good. Let's hope it turns out amazing. And yeah, it still looks like it's going to be pretty good. The problem is all the privacy issues. And even then, even if it had no issues at all, I would still wait 3 to 6 months just to make sure everything worked right. And I don't want it shoved down my throat. And on top of that, you guys say you can upgrade whenever you want. You can upgrade now or you can upgrade later, just within the first year. But instead of going and giving us the option to say, okay, I'm not going to get the upgrade just yet. I'm going to wait. I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months, maybe right before the year ends, the deadline where it's no longer free. Or maybe I would just want to wait until whenever the fuck I want, even if it means I have to buy the thing later. The problem with it is that you're not staying true to that. You're saying we can upgrade, but in reality, you're forcing it on us. And that's wrong. You should not force stuff on people. We like options, all right? You should have, in that little app, you should have said, okay, don't download, don't install. It should have been that simple. Instead, I had to run through some bullshit, changing ownership away from trusted installer, giving ownership to myself on the computer, which honestly, I don't know why I didn't have control over those files anyways, because it is my computer, and even the administrator privileges the same as user. You don't have full control unless you change ownership of the files. And because they're like that, it just makes it a little bit more of a pain in the ass. And then, of course, obviously the workaround online where you uninstall a specific update, that not working. I don't know why the hell people everywhere are saying that, but I'm going to show you a different one that I can guarantee will work, because without those files being in the folder they're supposed to be in, it just won't launch, because obviously it just can't find those files to launch them. So final words to Microsoft: fix the privacy issue, make it so you aren't going to spy on us or anything. Just change it. Say you will not spy on us, you will not read our email, you will not collect data about us, you won't do anything like that on Windows 10. 2, change the system updates to, by default, not share with other people's computers. By default, it should be only from your servers, and by default, it should not send information to other people's computers. You can keep that as an available option, but it should not be like that by default. It should be someone else's. And if it is disabled and that somehow disables Cortana or some other shit that I read it disables, then you should also fix that, because that's retarded. That shouldn't be happening at all. That's messed up. 3, you need to also fix people's options of upgrading. Make it so they don't have to upgrade, because not everyone wants to upgrade day one. People with a lot of money, the people who can afford it, sure, go for it. People who just don't give a fuck about the computer, people who want to take a look, take a risk, I guess, go for it. People who want stability on their system, they want to make absolutely sure everything works. They want to make sure there's not going to be any problems at all. People like me who want to wait 3 to 6 months before they upgrade to the new operating system, they're going to wait. You should let them wait. They'll obviously go to Windows 10 eventually. Everyone's saying it's good, except for probably a few people. I don't know. I think mostly people are saying it's good, but still, you should just let them wait. People still went to Windows 8, and Windows 8 is just complete shit. So really, let them wait. Give them the option. And that is all for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know with a comment, like, subscribe, and or a share. And I will see you guys next week or on some other video. But until then, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. I gotta record Skyrim tomorrow because I didn't do it today because I'm an idiot and I don't normally record on weekends. weekends, except for the weekly videos, obviously, but I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow because my sleep is in some fucked up area, so I'm awake during the weekends at night instead of during the weekday at night, which is kind of retarded. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.